Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another VTuber reaction. Today we have Palette by Towa Tokoyami, or Tokoyami Towa. I'm not sure which one. I assume Towa's first. Either way, just gonna call her Towa. This is a song I've gotten a few requests for over the past couple of videos, just random people commenting it, and quite a few people have liked those comments, so I figured since I'm looking for one, this would be the one to go for. So I guess without further ado, let's go hear what another new VTuber in my own repertoire has in store, shall we? Let's go. Whew. That's a very compressed piano sound. Hello? Wow. Okay. Her voice. Good lord. I'm kind of speechless. Actually, I think she may be the most accomplished vocalist. She's got the best overall tone that I've heard from the selection I've heard of VTuber singers, in my opinion. Others are really good, but her tone and control is above others by far. And the composition of the song, like the actual instrumental, is really good. It's so powerful. I think she might be my favorite VTuber vocalist so far. I love the change of the subtitles too. It's a fun detail. Hell yeah. I find myself talking less when I'm falling in love with the song. Damn. Hot damn. All right, I think we have built a new Towa fan just based off one song. Obviously, to start off, gotta bring up again her voice. Phenomenal voice. Definitely, in my opinion, one of, if not the most strong vocally I've heard out of the VTuber scene so far. I've definitely heard a few of them, and not all of them are bad by any means. I'd say most of them are really good in their own ways. But what's making her special for me is the fact that not only is her voice extremely strong and very confident, and there's just a lot of power behind it, it's also not unnecessarily pushing her voice way too far beyond its range, which happens a lot, unfortunately, in at least the songs I've heard from VTubers. A lot of the productions seem to push it or crank it just a little bit too much. Either that's way too high or way too low, and it starts to get a little ear piercing because it's like, okay, that didn't sound fantastic. You can tell that they got there, but it's like, at what cost? And usually that cost is the overall feel of the song. And musically, I'm going to get a little bit dorky with this one. I'm going to actually play a little bit of it, not too much of it. I'm not a pianist, but at the same time, there are definitely things I do know when I break things down and figure stuff out. So this song is probably in the key of G. I say probably because, again, not a professional in any way, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening with how I'm sussing these things out. The main thing I wanted to talk about is actually a C chord that happens in here, and I think it's a little bit weird because it's a D chord as well. It's a C add 9. It's the chord that happens when it ends the first phrase of the music in this song, that right there. That is a C add 9, and it's also a D chord, but it's definitely a C. Like, it sits up on here on those high 3, but it has this root D at the bottom supporting it all up. So you just get this nice little blend here, and that's because of the bass line, the way it's written. It goes between 2 sets of 3 keys, and those being, I'm pretty sure, I might be a little off on there, but I'm pretty sure that middle section is very accurate. These 3 kind of just go G, D, low D. It just goes on that octave there. So it's going very wide, covering that whole octave, but then also tightening really, really heavily in that center with G, A, G flat, which is kind of an interesting combo on top of everything else. So you get this little thing here with this octave and that G in the center, but then just having that cluster, which does not work, but adds a little bit of that crunchy dissonance in there, so it makes things feel a little bit more alive and starts making you question stuff right off the bat. Very interesting. I love the composition of the song as a whole. That's specifically one I wanted to talk about. It is a beautiful chord progression here. Love it overall. Just a beautiful, beautiful chord progression. But I just wanted to talk about that one specific spot. I do especially love the potential of that being a C add 9. That's really interesting, given that it then uses a D chord as well as being in the key of G, potentially. Still not fully sure about that one, but I'm pretty sure. It's a good bridge, having the root of the D in there as well as having that high up on the C, so you have that extra root note to borrow from to the one that follows right after it, which I believe is a G chord. So there's some really interesting stuff musically, but overall, beautiful progression. Love it musically. But let's get back into the overall song, shall we? The lyrics on this song are very inspiring. The whole message there just generally being about that hopeful potential of a future life and career, and just trying to approach that in a way that makes them happy and allowing for that creativity to shine. That makes sense with the title being Palette. It also reflects the overall process of being a musician and an artist of any sort. Being able to spread those artistic wings is definitely kind of a challenging thing to approach, because you're never sure where the future is going to take you. There's a lot of that trepidation in your own life, and it's just it's a lot, you know, it's a lot of stress, and coming to accept that can be difficult for a lot of people. So this song is beautiful in an uplifting way, saying I'm going to give it a shot no matter what it takes, and I am happy that I have the opportunity to. It's a very nice message overall. I really do appreciate that a lot. But I especially want to make mention of the rhythm section during the chorus. That is so heavy. It's so well mixed, so well mastered. Everything's very well compressed. It feels heavy, but also has that light highness thanks to her voice, kind of just sitting on top of everything. Again, just great mixing there. It's just, that couldn't have been done if they over-exaggerated her vocal abilities and they pushed her a little too far. It would have made everything feel just that much weaker. But the fact that they were in her range and she was able to just belt that out is absolutely phenomenal. It added so much more to that energy during that chorus and the whole emotion behind it. It's a very powerful track, and the rhythm section just acting as just a solid floor, not a rock. It is the earth beneath her feet. It feels so good, and I love the production value on this track overall. It is a phenomenal production. I could probably make a whole video just on the animation alone. For those who are not aware, I'm also an animator. I have plenty of videos going into animation analysis for other things. I could do an entire video on this one. It's just gorgeously directed. The animation is flawless all the way through. It's so visually stunning. They really nailed a lot of those shots, and that's kind of where I was staying like completely silent, was just staring at the visuals. I was also listening to the song, of course, but a lot of the visuals were just so well handled. I just could not bear to say anything. I was so enamored with it. It was just an amazing, amazing song. Production value top down on every facet of this track and this video as a whole. So I really know if there's much else I can say. It's just going to be endless praise for me. Towa has amazing vocals and an amazing future in music. Just, if this is the quality that I can expect out of every one of her songs, she definitely has made a fan in me just off this one track. The producer, again, fantastic. Got to give them their props where it's deserved. This is an amazing song, amazingly written, amazingly produced, but it's just, you know, going as far as the musician, the headliner goes, phenomenal, phenomenal work from Towa, and I can definitely say that I'm excited to hear more of her stuff in the future. These VTuber reactions tend to make no money for me because they get immediately copyright struck, or at very least demonetized, and I can't make any money off of them, and that's totally fine. I'm nothing against that, and this is exactly why I don't mind. When I am met with a song that I love so much that I do not mind taking a little bit of a hit in my overall finances, I could not care less. It is so worth it in my eyes when I get to hear an amazing song and just get to share my excitement with everyone. So I hope you all enjoyed hearing my excitement here. And if you have any other songs from Towa or any other VTuber that I have not listened to yet, maybe, let me know what they are in the comments below, and I will do my best to get to them as I always do. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!